Security news. The Katsina state government has justified its plan to facilitate the release of 70 individuals facing trial for alleged involvement in banditry, describing it as part of efforts towards consolidating peace deals with armed groups operating across the state. The state's Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Nasir Mwazu, said the decision was aimed at sustaining peace accords reached between affected communities and repentant bandits. The commissioner explained this in an interview on Saturday amid public outrage over a leaked government letter seeking judicial intervention to secure the release of the suspects currently undergoing prosecution. He said the peace agreements had resulted in the release of about 1,000 abducted persons across several communities. According to the commissioner, at least 15 local government areas were involved in the peace arrangement, which he said had led to the release of about 1,000 abductees. Mwazu likened the release of the suspects to what happens during wartime, where warring parties exchange prisoners. Now, of course, this has created a lot of conversation, a lot of debate around how this issue is being tackled. Rufai, I hand over to you alongside economic issues, governors commemorating Armed Forces Remembrance Day, and of course, that deep tragedy for the Chimamanda Adichie Egese family.
You see, the emergency lovers of Nigeria, when I say may Nigeria not happen to us, they will squeal like earthworm that you put salt on. But is it not shocking that a state government is the one defending bandits today, that they have a peace arrangement? So it was true that the peace tour carried out by bandits was in partnership with the state government. In fact, can you see how shamefully they're even telling us the merits of what has transpired? That, oh, the peace has led to release of 1,000 people. Then they are trying to secure judicial release for bandits. just imagine that. Whoever thought a day will come that the state governments will be trying to secure judicial release for bandits to be able to honor a peace deal? The question we should ask the Katsina state government is this the first of such peace deals? In the end, bandits, terrorists, whatever you call them, they will break it. Until we get a state that can fight the problem of insecurity to a standstill, we do not have a nation. The next thing, the representative of the government had the effrontery, the unmitigated temerity to come out to tell us that this is what happened in war-torn situations where there's a prisoner exchange. So people that were kidnapped have now become prisoners of war, right? Is that what is happening? And the state government has the effrontery to tell us that there was a prisoner exchange, that's why people were released. So we should also, in turn, go and tell the states to release the bandits. You see, when we say Nigeria is a failed state or is a failing state, you think we're joking. But these are vestiges of a failing state. A state where the leadership has no capacity, no capability, no supremacy of violence to fight out non-state actors. Is that not failure? What does Section 14, subsection 2 of the Constitution says? The states must have the capacity to protect people. That's why we surrender our sovereignty. But if it is out of the generosity of bandits now that people are being protected in Katsina State, the same criminals that have killed people. Just over the weekend, we heard about killings in Kogi of our valiant servicemen. So what does the Katsina state government want an average soldier that is fighting on the battlefront to think? Because after they capture these terrorists, states like the Katsina state government can go and make a deal with them in the bid to be able to have peace. I will tell you the way it is. We are losing our country. And it is sad, if not to say we have lost. And I feel even more sad on a day closer to the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, where we are wearing the puppy today to celebrate those that have laid down their lives for this country. Those are the true heroes, and those are the people we should celebrate, not these terrorists that the state, Katsina state, is now making a deal with. It's a very sad one. Very sad one.
As for Katsina, I think it beggars belief. It is shocking. The Commissioner for Homeland Security and Internal Affairs in that state says that whoever is not happy with what Katsina State has done should just go to court and seek redress. I find this insolence, this bravado, I find it objectionable. Nigerians are saying, look, don't give pepper soup and jollof rice to persons, who have been identified as bandits. The actual word is criminals. And then he says, well, we have been having a peace agreement with them, and they have released some kidnapped persons, abducted persons. In Dusima alone, 62 persons. In Bakari local government, up to about 125 persons. In other local government, they just turned human beings into commodities. In Katsina State, that can be abducted at will, and then you take them to court, and you now say, okay, we have reached a peace agreement, we are going to cancel, we are going to release the bandits that are in court, and they have given us people. In Musawa local government, 28 persons. Just add up the numbers in about the 30 local governments in that particular state. And then the the minister and the commissioner for Home Affairs and Internal Security comes and tells us, if you are not happy with what we are doing in Katsina State, you can go to court and seek redress. I think this will empower the bandits. It will give them hope that if you can capture, kidnap as many people as possible, the state will come and negotiate. That, again, is a tragedy. That the state would not follow the rule of law and will say, okay, bandits are giving us back people, they too are free. Would that guarantee that they will not abduct more people in Katsina State? That's the irony.
For our military officers who has put their life in the line countless times to make sure the peace is restored in some of the states, arresting these bandits and bringing them to book, only for a state to turn back and release these people back to the streets. Just imagine the compromise, the sabotage that these people are doing to the Nigerian military men. After putting your life in the line to make sure that peace is restored, bring people to justice for their crime, only for this criminal to be released back to the streets in the aim of peace and diplomacy. This is terrible, and the federal government needs to act as soon as possible to make sure that this thing does not see the light of the day. Because if it does, they better just withdraw the military men and let the bandits be their private security in that state. Obviously, for me, that would be my suggestion.